Investigators in British Columbia are still working to determine the cause of a deadly plane crash Tuesday evening on Gabriola Island. The plane went down around 6 p.m. local time in a wooded area on the island. Officials have confirmed there were no survivors, but they have not yet said just how many people were on the plane. The BC Coroner Service says it could be days before the victims' families can be notified. But we can tell you this morning who the plane's pilot was. Identified now as 61-year-old Alex Bahlsen, who had decades of experience in the pilot's seat. Salima Shivji has the latest for us this morning on what we know and what investigators are still trying to piece together.
Transportation Safety Board investigators are picking through the significant wreckage, trying to collect as much data as possible. And there is a lot of debris. They want to piece together what exactly happened in the moments before the twin-engine plane came crashing to the ground with a bang, causing several loud explosions before it burst into flames. Now, investigators do say that there is a significant amount of debris and the plane was broken up as it made impact with the ground, making the recovery of that data, of course, much more difficult. Now, the BC Coroner's Office as well as the RCMP are also involved in the investigation on the ground here on Gabriola at the site of the crash, which was a small 2-acre wooded area surrounded by homes on either side. And a lot of those residents are actually very shaken, calling it a miracle that none of those homes around that wooded area were hit by the plane. First on the scene was David Holm, who actually yelled to his wife to call 911 before rushing down to the scene of the crash to help.
Oh, well, that's just it. It takes over. And that's when I realized that I'm standing in the middle of all of this fire in my slippers. You don't think about that. You're just looking for survivors. You're looking for any signs of life. And I couldn't find anything.
Flying the plane was 61-year-old Alex Bolson, an experienced pilot who friends say loved to be in the air. He ran his own flight school. Originally from Germany, he had lived in Canada for many years and had moved to Vancouver Island a year ago, and he was heading back home from Mexico before the crash. Local fire officials do say that 3 people were on board, but that has yet to be confirmed officially, and that could take several days considering the state of the wreckage. Salima Shivji, CBC News, Gabriola Island, BC.